Hey everybody out there creating your great, it's Scott, and I just wanted to leave you a message, a lesson, and give you a call to action. So I have been taking some notes, writing things down as I read and listen to some podcasts today, and I'm going over some material and content. And once again, I have a pile of Post-it notes close by, and I have a sketch pad over there with me at my desk, where blank paper, sketch pad with blank paper, where I write down ideas that either I come up with or that I read, listen to, catch as I'm listening to or reading or whatever, following an interview online. We have such an abundance of wisdom out there these days, and not just books anymore. You know, with all the podcasts and the interviews and the videos, we got it all out there at the tip of our fingers, and we can absorb so much every day. So how do you retain it? How do you retain it? And I'm here to give you a suggestion, a tip, and more emphatically, a call to action to write ideas down, shorthand, just write down on a Post-it note, shorthand a lesson, a takeaway from anything that you read, and it just needs to be one. If you have two or three from a book or even a chapter or an article that you read or a podcast that you listen to, great. Jot all two or three down, or four or five, or whatever it may be, but get one nugget, one lesson out of everything that you absorb. You know, if you took a good lesson, if it was a good article, a good interview, a good podcast, whatever the case may be, a good video, write it down. And I have, and some of you have seen this before, I've gotten this question, but I have a wall over here in my place. Maybe I should turn this way here, block poor Rocky out. And I stick, and a lot of these I did last year when I was immersed more in material. Before I rolled my business out, I did a lot of reading, a lot of listening, and just absorbing videos and podcasts and books. And I got a lot of my principles and messages and wisdom down that I wanted to include. And there's stuff, I just did a tour. If you want to see, go to my Scott Stoltz fan or business page on Facebook, and you'll see a video where I walk around my place and show a little bit more. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I have a bunch of paper on the floor here with notes and things that I've written down as I prep for workshops and talks. I have a wall full of paper and stickies over there. I have some over there. I have some over there. But it has helped me immensely. And to each their own, whatever your style or whatever is effective for you, but I'm just letting you know that when you write things down, as you read, absorb, listen to whatever it is that you're checking out, and you just write down like a takeaway, a lesson, a nugget of wisdom, first of all, you absorb it more, and then what I want you to do is put it very visibly in your place. Put it up so that you can see it every day. And I don't go around my apartment reading all these things every single day. But, I'll stop and I'll check and I'll read one or two. Sometimes I'll read some of my more long form notes on the bigger pieces of paper. But I will always stop and look a couple times. And, sometimes I do it once a day. Sometimes I do it 3 or 4. And it keeps a lot of these ideas fresh. I have more on my door as I leave the place and come in. So it's just a great way to retain. There's so much good information out there. And I don't know about you, but I'm always asking myself, like, how am I going to retain all this? There's just so much good info out there and wisdom. Well, this is one way. It's a small tip, but it's a really impactful, powerful one that writing it down, you start to sear it into your head and into your soul, and also just having it visible and checking it out from time to time, okay? So next time, and I know most people, a lot of people, and you all, if you're in this site, you're probably making a lot of notes. You're probably writing a lot of things. You're a doer. You're taking action. I get that. But go to another level if you're not doing this already. Write things down regularly on Post-it notes, your takeaways and your ideas, and keep them highly visible in your place so that you can see them regularly and you don't forget. And more importantly, you're thinking about it regularly and you're getting your brain activated on these thoughts and ideas. And then you solution even more. So you get something back into your mind. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that great lesson I learned. Now I can not worry about remembering it. Now I'm thinking about how am I going to implement it in my work, my business, my career, the next talk I do, the next workshop I do. All right? So call to action, write things down, put them visible in your place. If you like this idea, please feel free to comment, share, let me know what works for you. If you have other ideas, please throw it out there in the comments, and I would love to hear. This is something that works really well for me. What works well for you? All right, and keep it up, keep creating your great.